of sea moss, whether that be Irish sea moss, purple sea moss, Jamaican sea moss. If you've heard of it recently, it's because there's been lots of hype about it. It's purported to be really good for your health, for your skin, and quite specifically for this video, for your acne. So what is all the hype about? Stick with me and we're going to find out. My name is Alison, welcome to the channel. Now before I do get started, I want to remind you to hit that button below to like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit the notification so you know when the next video is coming out. And also to remind you that those books below, those free booklets, are to help you get adult acne more than skin deep, eczema more than skin deep, and dry skin more than skin deep. We're available on Instagram and also Facebook. Let's get started. I've been wanting to do a short video for a while now on this because I've been using sea moss off and on for most of my life, but more so in the last few years. Sea moss has been around forever, and as its name describes, it comes from the sea. Now, having a Caribbean background, it's been used in my family for generations. However, as a child, it was something that was used by adults, so the older generation obviously knew better than we did. Kind of forgot about it over the years and then reintroduced to it slowly but surely. So, by the way I described it at the beginning of the video, you know that it's called sea moss, it's called Irish sea moss, it's called Jamaican purple sea moss, and this is because of where it actually comes from. Even though you have sea moss specifically from Ireland and Scotland, you also have sea moss around the Caribbean areas. So sea moss is a type of algae, specifically a red algae, and it's very, very similar to things like seaweed or kelp. Now there is a distinct difference between the sea moss that grows along the Atlantic coast of the British Isles, and specifically between North America and Europe, in that it's a very thick stick-like seaweed. Whereas Irish sea moss or / Jamaican purple sea moss, which grows in the Caribbean, is actually more of a red colour and flat with like fan-like leaves. This is because when the Irish were forcibly shipped over to the Caribbean to work alongside the African slaves, they obviously brought Irish sea moss over with them. So therefore, the Irish sea moss thrived in the Caribbean and it became locally known as Jamaican or Jamaican purple sea moss. It's a lot redder than, as I said, than the other sea moss. It's a lot flatter, it's not so stick-like. Interesting fact that my father told me many years ago, and I also did my research and found this to be true, that the Irish are known as white Jamaicans. Not only are there a large population of Irish living in Jamaica, but also the Irish, even in England or the UK, and Jamaicans get on like a house on fire simply because they were all treated the same during the times of slavery. So you've got sea moss, think Atlantic coast, and then you've got Irish sea moss / Jamaican purple sea moss. Two different species of sea moss, however, they both have similar benefits and properties to them for your body and for your skin. Now, as well as being touted for being really, really good for helping to prevent cancer and memory loss, which I can definitely need help with, it has a lot of properties for the skin, which is why I'm doing this video. So I'm going to point out also that throughout this video you're going to hear me saying interchangeably sea moss, Irish sea moss, Jamaican sea moss, purple sea moss, but I'm talking about the same thing even though they are two different types of sea moss. They pretty much all do the same thing regardless, okay? And also just to point out that even though we're discussing acne, sea moss is fantastic for the skin, and in fact it's also really good for collagen, and it's the only plant-based ingredient that is a natural thickener as well, so you're going to find it used in various like ice creams and certain foods just to thicken them. It's got something called carrageenan in it. Now, although I'm going to be talking about acne specifically, sea moss is also used by those who suffer with eczema and psoriasis, because remember, just like acne, your skin issues are a symptom of what is going on in your body, so if you can use something to help the insides of your body, it's going to benefit the outsides on the skin. If sea moss can help your acne, then why are there two schools of thought? I mean, after all, if it's that good, people should be like singing it from the rafters or the rooftops, shouldn't they? Now, this is because sea moss is massively antibacterial, and it actually helps to fight a bacteria on your skin called Propionibacterium. And it can do that by actually reducing the sebum your skin creates, so the oils that your skin naturally creates on your face or in fact the rest of your body. So just like things like seaweed, chlorella, spirulina, blue-green algae, sea moss has lots of iodine. Now our bodies only need trace amounts of iodine, so if you consume too much of it, The body will secrete it, or it will sweat it out. And this can cause issues to the pores. So just don't go crazy and eat too much. By issues with the pores, I simply mean you can irritate the pores. So you don't need lots of sea moss, and a little bit goes really, really far. You actually only need about 2 tablespoons of sea moss a day, and that's once it's been blended and actually mixed into like a paste or a gel of some sort. I probably have sea moss every other day because I don't really need iodine every single day. So for me, 2 tablespoons, either 1 tablespoon a day or 2 every other day. Now, starting with the least first and then moving up to the highest amount, I'm going to tell you what minerals or vitamins that sea moss actually has. I'm going to read off the list just here. So it has vitamin A, it has vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K, riboflavin, folate, choline, calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, zinc, copper and manganese. And that's not even including the fibre and the omega-3 fatty acids in there. So as you can see, it has a lot. Now, you're probably only consuming about 14 calories in those 2 teaspoons. So again, for what you're getting, you're not really consuming very, very much at all. So by those in the know-how, sea moss is considered quite a superfood. Now, this is because that list that I just read out to you, that is only a small amount of what it has. It actually is known to have over 92 essential minerals and nutrients. That's 92. And that's important to know because the human body actually creates, is made up of about 102. So if you're getting 92 of your important nutrients from one food, I mean, what's that telling you? You only need to get another 10 from everything else. So it's important that you know that. So that's why for me personally, what sea moss can do as a food is more important than what it can't do. So just don't go crazy, don't have too much, but just know that you're consuming 92 of the essential minerals and vitamins that you need for your body. In fact, the only other plant-based food that I know with that many essential vitamins and minerals is moringa. And that's another one that I take on a daily basis. You can imagine if you're taking sea moss and moringa every single day, the goodness you're doing for your body and therefore to your skin. It's immeasurable. Now, again, for me personally, I like the taste. It's got a salty sea taste to it. So it's like you go to the beach and you can smell the seaweed on the beach. That's the smell it has because obviously that's where it comes from. It's not offensive. You can buy it in its raw form just as dry sea moss. You can also buy it in its gel form. It's being pre-mixed. You can also buy it being mixed with fruits. The options are there. And you literally type in Irish sea moss or you type in Jamaican purple sea moss or Jamaican sea moss. You'll find a reputable supplier, look up where they get theirs from, and then once you start taking it and you're taking it properly day in, day out, obviously things take a while to kick in, you will see a difference on your skin only if you've made the effort to cut back on all the problems, the foods that are causing your skin conditions in the first place. Now, you've already heard me mention that sea moss is antibacterial, which is it kills off the propylbacterium on your skin, but it's also anti-inflammatory, it's antiviral, and it's anti-aging. So for those who haven't got acne but want to look after their skin, that's going to benefit you as well. So it's like it's a win-win situation here with sea moss. And also not forgetting it can balance the skin's microbiome as well. Now, if I didn't mention that before, I apologise. So as well as ingesting it and helping the gut microbiome, you can also help the actual skin's microbiome. That's just literally the environment of your skin or the environment of your gut. Also, whereas having too much sea moss, the iodine that comes out through the pores can irritate the pores. If you have the right amount, the sulfur can actually help to calm down inflammation on the pores of the skin itself. So that's another benefit there. Now, I've gone over the benefits of consuming sea moss for acne in the skin, but what about the benefits of actually applying it to your skin? Because there are many again. When used directly on the skin, specifically for adult acne sufferers, you want to be making sure that you're getting products that aren't comedogenic. By comedogenic, I mean things that block the pores of your skin, so are causing inflammation from the outside rather than the inside. Now, sea moss is fantastic for that. It is non-comedogenic. In other words, it doesn't block the pores in any way or form when you put it on the skin. It's also extremely self-hydrating, which is self-explanatory. And on top of that, what you're going to find is there are many products out there that claim to have sea moss in them. You need to be very, very much aware of how much sea moss is in those products. And also, as an acne sufferer, keep away from products that have fragrance, perfume or parfum added to them. That's a big no-no when it comes to acne, as you know. Don't be seduced by companies using the words organic sea moss. It comes from the sea, don't know how they're going to make that organic. However, it's also easy to be seduced, as I've learned in the past. However, things in the skincare industry being termed organic, we have to make sure they can at least prove it or be certified. Now, personally, I know that when I sell my body butter and I class it as organic, it's because I use food grade organic skincare ingredients, which are pretty much as close to nature as possible. So if you are looking to purchase products that already have sea moss, probably look to a minimum of 4 weeks before you see a difference, and that's if you have younger skin. If you're in your 40s like myself, you could be waiting for up to a minimum of 40 days to see a difference as the new skin comes through. Just be aware that there's no way you're going to know exactly what percentage of that particular product has sea moss in as an ingredient. Now, as I've already said, there are many companies out there that use sea moss extract or sea moss. However, I can't give you any recommendations because personally I just create the sea moss gel and use that directly on my skin, so I know it's pretty much 100% sea moss except for the water. I don't use products that I've got it in because I don't know how far to trust them, simple as that. And if it's an extract of sea moss, you might get it in a more high, so what I'm looking for, condensed form, with it being an extract. But again, personally, I want to know exactly how to put it on my face, so I'd rather make my own. You can even mix some bentonite clay into it and make it into a mask, or you can put it in a spray bottle with some with distilled water and spray it on your skin as like a calming and hydrating toner or water. There's loads of things you can do with it, and you can also go onto YouTube and look for sea moss recipes or formulations. Pretty much I would say it's a hydrating ingredient, it's an antibacterial ingredient, and it's a non-comedogenic ingredient. In other words, it doesn't block your pores. So there's not a lot you can't do with it. Give it a go. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, you don't do it again. But only make one change at a time. Maybe try ingesting it first and see how it goes, or try using it on your skin first and see how it goes, and then do the other. But don't be using products, as I said before, I'm going to say it again, do not use skincare products with sea moss and fragrance. Fragrance is a no-no. Fragrance is a known irritant to the skin and will trigger off your adult hormonal acne. Now, I'm going to mention it again, as I mentioned it before in the video. It doesn't matter what changes you are making to what you are eating, what good stuff you're putting into your mouth. If you're still eating crap, then unfortunately you're going to see the evidence on your face if you're susceptible to acne like myself. I'm still learning the hard way sometimes because obviously I'm human and I like occasionally to cheat. I like to cheat occasionally and then I pay the price. So remember, whether or not you're having sea moss or something else, what you're putting on the end of that fork spoon is extremely important. Remember, whatever you put into your body is going to eventually show onto your skin, whether that be with acne, eczema, psoriasis, dry, premature aging skin, sagging skin, wrinkles. It's going to have an effect on your skin. So think about what it is you're putting into your mouth and the quality of that food as well. So that's the lecture over with. I wanted to make sure you guys do understand that it's okay to put loads of good stuff into your mouth and on your skin, but inevitably if you're also eating a lot of rubbish, say 50-50 or 60-40, it's not going to make a big difference, is it? Right, so I'm going to stop lecturing you like I said. So that only leaves me to say that if you have any questions or comments, please do get in contact. You can leave a reply below, or you can find me on Instagram or Facebook. Send me an email if you want to. I'm always here to answer questions. So all I'm going to say now is remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that notification so you know when the next video is coming out, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.